pace picking up there.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the song's called, but I do know it's the soundtrack to when I play footy. Starts off slow and just fucking kicks up a gear.
This is Dive by Molly Rocket.
Fuck yeah.
Apparently they're from Adelaide.
Yeah, right.
And they are this week's Band of the Week.
I'm a fan.
Big
It's a
fan.
bit of a fun tune.
Yeah.
Fucking oath. How good.
Unbelievable.
Welcome back to the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast, brought to you by Blue Bet.
We are Bloody Brilliant Beers. We started off reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations you'd more than likely hear in the front bar at your local.
Yeah, and our local is the Caxton Hotel.
That's where we're coming to you from.
So we've changed the intro up a little bit this week, and I'm absolutely rattled. I've rattled Darcy because of my rattled-ness.
Yeah,
basically, we're a rattled snake.
It's been a bit of a big weekend as well.
Oh, fuck yeah. My head is all over the shop.
This is our On the Piss podcast, where essentially we get on the piss and just talk shit for about an hour or so.
Fucking oath.
So before it was a big weekend, so before we get into the details, maybe we should grab these blokes in front of us and shove them quickly into and down our throats.
Continuation of the weekend.
Yeah, if we must. Shout out to Kempy from Bloke in a Bar, sponsoring the podcast. If you want to get some bloke down your throat, head to blokeinthebar.com and enter your postcode into the store locator.
Dangerous how easy that went down there. Responsibly,
we say it every week, of course. We say it every week. It's fucking delicious. Now, it was a great weekend. It was the great man's birthday. Clutzy's birthday yesterday.
Yeah, officially got 22 years to go.
22 to go.
Shout out to the mush man from America.
Yeah, the pile of mush is now 28, so 22 to go before 50. We did have a good weekend, but before we did, you gave me a birthday present a few weeks ago on the pod, so I thought I'd repay the favour.
Oh, shit. Oh, no.
There's an extra piece that's in the works, but this is what I've got so far. The other thing didn't arrive on time, but this is what we could do for the occasion.
I can feel something.
That's a boner.
Oh, can't.
I hope they fit.
Fucking oath, they look like they will. I'm officially part of the Croc family.
Welcome, mate.
Thank you so much.
It's great to have you.
Oh, dude, that'd be fucking
size
sick.
12s, I hope they fit.
Ooh, and what's this?
This is a saucy little number I picked up at a Super Bowl party a few weeks ago.
Fucking oath,
Again,
bro.
hope that fits.
Yeah, it looks like it will.
2XL was the biggest.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's all right, mate. Happy birthday.
Fucking sick.
There's something else coming.
Good.
It didn't arrive in time, but and I don't know when it's going to arrive, but stay tuned.
Sick. I'm actually so excited to be rocking the Crocs.
Yeah.
Socks. Do you recommend socks with them?
Well, they're good for both.
Yeah,
I
right.
quite enjoy the socks with them. I had them on at the Bowls Club on Saturday for your birthday, and just when especially something like that, you need to whip your shoes off to play barefoot. Psh, too easy.
Yeah, you were rocking them really well. My missus is rocking them as well.
Yeah.
She's got like heel ones almost.
I saw
Big
today
thickies.
you can get your NBA team's gibbets.
Oh,
So like I was going to get you a Boston Celtics little
that'd be
clip
sick,
thing. So I'm
dude.
going to get it myself and I'll get you one as well.
yeah, fuck yeah, that'd be awesome. We could start blinging up our Crocs. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's dangerous.
I know, big
It's not
time.
a little hobby to get into.
When I was getting these, I was looking. You can get ones with like I think we spoke about it on the last week's pod, like the lined inner
yeah,
for like it's like slippers. I was like, I'm probably gonna have to get a pair of them for
fuck
myself.
yeah,
so
dude.
stay tuned for that.
We'll have to get matching ones. That'd be fucking sick. Oh, thank you so much for that.
That's right, mate.
Awesome.
How's your birthday?
Mate, it was a great weekend. Kicked it off Friday at you were house sitting
Yeah,
the greatest fieldsman in the history of cricket.
it's so fucked.
It's genuinely fucked.
We should have got more footage of it.
Yeah, so I think we've spoken about it before towards the end of last year. But our mate, friend of the pod, Jackson, he's got this dog called Chad.
Yeah. I don't even know what sort of dog it is. It's like a
It's a little fella.
It's like a Jack Russell something
Yeah,
maybe. I don't
it's
know. I'll
fucking
text Jackson
small,
and
bro.
find out.
But this thing is the greatest fieldsman that this country has ever produced.
We need him in India.
Yeah, 100%, bro. This thing, it was the first time I've ever seen him drop a ball on the weekend, but he was so fucking tired because we just kept throwing this ball up in the air.
He has these tiny little mini tennis balls, and you can throw it as high as you can, and he'll fucking catch it. It's an unbelievable feat.
Dude.
Yeah.
And like, I started watching his technique, and he just keeps his eye on the ball, and he gets up on his two hind legs and literally watches it into the mouth.
Yeah, it's
like it's
perfect.
actually so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Very impressive. I'm literally speechless from it. Like it's fucking sick to watch. But
that's what we did Friday night.
yeah, we went around and just watched a dog catch a tennis ball. There was one thing that really wigged me out. We were all three of us, myself, you, and Eden were quite tired. And after the cricket was on, we started watching
this
scat WWE documentary.
It was on KO,
manager. Yeah, it was on KO. And they had this manager was talking about like weird things he's had to do that like WWE made him do. And there was one wrestler that they made him verse and like promote for a little bit, and then he got fucked up by. He was
the manager of this dude. Yeah.
But if we forget to put it in, search up Mantar, Mantaur, and it is so fucking scarred. This dude was just a big fella, and he used to come out in tights, but on top of his tights, he's got this like absolutely fucked bull costume.
It's like a fucking horrible trophy that would be hung on the wall. Like, it looks so fucked.
It's so disgusting. But
might have been the weirdest documentary I've ever watched in my life.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that dude had a cool, interesting career, like being around all the wrestlers and doing all that shit. I never knew that people used to have managers in wrestling.
Yeah, neither.
But one of the weirdest costumes, and this guy was saying how like he got told that he had to manage Mantar and try and like try and G him up,
excel his career.
And yeah, it was just to G this dude up. But
literally probably the worst wrestler I've ever seen in my life. Well, we didn't actually see him wrestle, but in terms of characters, some people get to do cool shit like be the Undertaker, Stone Cold Steve Austin, drink beers. Other dudes half a fucking
bull.
Would you call it a bull? Yeah, probably. Yeah,
I think so. Yeah, it's fucking weird. But yeah, that was Friday. Saturday I actually went out fishing with Dad.
Oh yeah,
nice and early.
Had a fill up too.
Yeah, got up at 4:30. Got picked up at 5, and just went out from Nudgee Creek to our little spot in the bay, and cleaned up. We got 100 whiting, all winter whiting, so it's like a bag limit of 50 per person. So cleaned up on those. Got a nice little schoolie mackerel. It was actually fucked. I've never experienced this to this extent before. It was probably the third fish of the day. I was winding it up, and I lost all the tension, and I was like, oh, fuck, it's dropped off.
All good fishermen know that you do need tension.
Yeah, exactly, because you just fucked without it. Dad was literally harping on about tension when we were trawling.
Tension.
Yeah, tension. I was like, oh, like,
we need to do a day fishing with your dad and vlog it. Dad
is ridiculous at fishing. Like, it's actually fucked.
I've never heard you go fishing and catch less than 100 fish.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Which is so fucked. I don't think collectively in my life I've caught that many fish.
Yeah, it was genuinely fucked, dude. So, anyway, I'm winding up, and I pull up, and I just, like, stopped. I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And there was just a whiting head.
Yeah.
And like a little bit of guts hanging out from it, but it was just flopping on the end of the hook, just going like, it was really fucked. And I was just like, oh, shit, something's been bitten off. He goes, Dad was just like, fuck yeah. Just went straight to the handrails, rigged something up, dropped it down. Had to throw him the head, so it was just like this head just moving
in the boat. Yeah,
in the boat. But yeah, caught a mackerel, lost a couple of other ones. Probably the most fucked thing, we caught 2 shovel nose rays, and the first one was a male, and I didn't know this because obviously we don't know enough about the ocean.
We don't, yeah.
But it had these 2 little holes, and his dad was like, "Yeah, it's a male." I was like, "Oh, like, what is that?" He goes, "Oh, it's 2," and he said whatever the name was. He's like, "It's 2 penises." It's like, oh, what the fuck?
Shovel nose sharks have 2 cocks.
You got, 2 cocks.
Yeah,
that's fucking awesome.
I wonder if you can still get pleasure if just one's doing a job.
Oh, surely.
Yeah.
It'd be like rubbing one nut.
True.
Never really done that, but I imagine it'd be all right still.
Yours are big enough to rub one as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Handful in itself.
Yeah, fucking oath. And then it was pretty fucked. The handrail went off.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're on here. And Dad's like, I have no idea what this is. But if it's a mackerel, this cunt is huge.
Yeah.
Pull it up. We've got a 4.5 metre long boat.
Yeah.
There's a shovel nose ray that was more than half the length of the boat.
I thought it was a shark.
Well, shovel nose shark, shovel nose ray. It's like same sort of shit.
Yeah.
But it was so big. It was well over 7 foot. It was over 2 meters.
Oh my God.
It was
I would
so
shit myself. I would be so scared.
Literally, I've reeled in all the other lines, and I was like, holy fuck. I was like, what do we do? Dad's just like, hope it pops out. Like, so this fucking shark or ray, whatever it is just next to the boat, and Dad's heaving on it just to get the hook out because didn't want to lose the hook, obviously.
Yeah, or leave the hook in there.
Or leave the hook in. But at the same time, we're not landing a fucking
7-foot
shark that's half the length of the boat.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Imagine
maybe
trying to get that slippery
fishing
fucker out.
That's fucked.
No, that's all right. We won't be doing that. But yeah, so it was pretty sick. It was a really nice day, actually. Yeah, caught like almost 150 fish in probably just under 4 hours.
That's fucked.
Which
that's
is actually
incredible.
Insane.
What do you
20
do
of them
them?
all had, well, with the whiting, because they're so small, man, you just fill it.
Yeah.
I do a mean, I got the recipe off Dad, beer battered fish.
Yeah.
We've done it
before
years ago.
Yeah,
with
bloke battered fish.
Yeah, bloke battered fish was really
doesn't
good.
sound good, but it is. Trust me.
It's fucking tasty.
Make some bloke batter up and
and just batter some fish.
rub one nut. Make some bloke batter up.
Yep. Fucking oath, and have a look at the creamy goodness that's produced.
Yeah, that's it. Enjoy. Sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, so Dad just went home and filleted them and smashed a few bloke middies. But yeah, after that, got
Bowls
home,
Club.
had a shower, straight down to the Bowls Club.
Fuck, it was good.
It was fucking sick. The Everton Park Bowls Club. Never been there, but I heard that they were doing like $5 schooners.
Could be my favourite bowls club I've ever been to.
Dude, it was... When I walked in initially, I was a bit like, fuck, I don't know how we're going to go here. Caitlin and I walked in, and there was 6 people there. No music playing, nothing on the TVs or anything. And it was probably like 10 people.
Yeah.
There was 3 dudes that were just fucking playing bowls, and they were real good, like middle-aged fellas. These other ones were just sinking piss. And then all our mates started rocking up.
Dripping through.
And it started getting a bit rowdier. And then all the oldies that had been playing at rival clubs rocked back up.
Yep.
And it just kicked off.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
$5 schooners as well.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. Great venue, great vibe. Really got welcomed. I think what brought everyone together was the racing. We had our punt club.
Yeah.
I was pretty upset, actually. I didn't get my bonus bet in time.
Yeah.
But
Andermatt.
Yeah, got on that personally. But
yeah.
Anyway,
Punt club's in the green though, so
yeah, that's it. The funniest thing was I wasn't there for it, but probably a story that you recounted about these old guys just kept saying how
it's so good to see young blokes down here. So good to see some young blokes down here. And this is this one dude, and he had like his head to toe, like must have been competing, playing bowls that day, like had his colours on and everything. We're at the bar, and he was tall as that, like tall and skinny. And he had a name badge that he put like in the middle of his chest that just said Jonesy on it. Like didn't have his proper name, just said Jonesy. And he's at the bar, and I was standing with our mate Rory, who's been on the podcast before ages ago. And
absolute dribbler.
It's fucking hilarious. Rory was pretty blind. And Jonesy turns around. He's like up against the bar, and he turns to face and he goes, shit, it's just so good to see young blokes down here. He's like, I know I've met you all before, but blah, blah. And without even hesitating, Roz just steps forward and shakes hands. He's like, g'day, Jonesy, good to see you again, mate, blah, blah. And engaged in a conversation. And I like got my beers and went away laughing. And then Roz came back like 10 minutes later, and I was like, how's Jonesy, mate? He's like, oh, mate, he's fucking blowing up. He's like, the Taringa Green's just too slow. It just holds up. It's not like the ones out the front here. He's like, we need to get him back to the home turf, back on the home turf. I was fucking pissing myself. And then Roz went to order dinner. Did you see that? Oh, fuck. He like went up to the bar. There was one young dude. How would you reckon that dude was? Like 24,
early
maybe?
20s, mid-20s, yeah.
Who was doing a great job because there was fucking heaps of us. And he was run off his feet. But Roz was like, oh, can we order food? And the bloke said, yeah, kitchen's open. I'll just get someone for you. And there was this old bloke sitting there with 2 rums in front of him who'd been there all day. And he's like, what? And he's like, oh, yeah, shit. Runs up behind the counter, and Roz goes, he's like, what do you want, mate? And Roz goes, what's your favourite? And he's like, oh, got to be the Works burger. And Roz goes, does it come with chips? Like, nah, you don't need chips. so Roz is like, perfect, I'll get one of them. Rory comes back over and goes, that cunt sucks at marketing.
But apparently, from all reports, a great burger.
Yeah, I got photos of it. It's I don't know why I thought it was so funny, but I took so many photos of it.
No, it was a good night.
Fucking cheap as chips as well, man.
Yeah,
like just.
Well, I did have a cheap day until I was walking back up to mine. Had a couple of the boys with us and my missus, and I was walking back up, and I'd had a long day, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna keep ripping in. Like, let's go." So I'll get some Jimmy Brings. I get up there as Jimmy Brings gets there, and I got a carton of Northern and 3 10-packs of Suntory 196s.
How much did it cost you?
It's $128. Got that for myself, my missus, and 3 of the boys.
Oh, it wasn't even that late either, was it?
No, it was like, this is pre-11 o'clock. It's probably like 10,
We started early, though.
Started very
midday
early.
or something.
I didn't even have a sleep after fishing, so that's what fucked me.
Yeah.
As well as all the fucking beers and rums.
Yeah. You were drinking cruiser. When I was buying you beers, and then I went up to the bar, I was like, do you want another beer? You're like, I might get a rum. I was like, yeah, I'll get you one of them. And you're like, maybe a cruiser. And I was like, oh, what do you want? And you're like, both. So I was like, done.
Yeah, it's fucked. I was torpedoing.
Yeah, it's
fucking
like
cruises
snorkeling cruises.
responsibly.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, it was absolute chaos, man. But I went upstairs to my fridge because I wanted to show a few of the boys hadn't been there before. Showed them the view from the balcony.
Unbelievable.
Loved the view.
Yeah.
And then I got a Suntory out that I had left over, a rum. I was like, all right, we'll just crack into the other ones downstairs.
Yep.
Got 4 drinks out. Yeah, they were the only 4 drinks consumed. When I cleaned up the next morning, apologies to Bordy, Snapper, and Wingy.
Yeah.
I was the biggest dribbler. There was 2 occasions that I don't know what I was talking about, but I just remember waking up the next morning with head noise. And they were like, what are you on about? And I was like, I don't know, man.
So you don't remember what you were talking about?
Don't remember what I was talking about, but I remember that, like,
at the time,
hey, what does that relate back to? I was like, I don't know, man. Sorry, I'm fucked. Happened 2 or 3
literally
times.
just dribbling out of control.
Yeah. I had no idea what I was on about. I was just passing out in this chair downstairs. I think one of the boys ordered an Uber because I started falling asleep and woke myself up with a snore in this chair. So it was a terrible
Happy birthday.
host.
22 to go. Yeah. Were you there when Hamish rocked up and we were like standing, I can't remember if you were there, but I was standing inside with Rob and the inside was like raised from outside and they had the windows that were like at your waist. Yep. But then Hamish got there and the window was like at his head and he was like saying hello and I didn't know whether to like shake his hand or not. And I was like awkwardly leaning in and out of the fucking thing. Those dudes are so funny. Like, such a good afternoon. We need to go back there for sure.
Yeah, I'm keen to head there on most Saturdays, I reckon. That Jeeps aren't playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fucking awesome. Great players. Also, it goes to show, support your local bowls clubs as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a few of them that are starting to go under. I think it's because the patrons are no longer there because they're 6 feet under.
Yeah.
So someone needs to take their place. And I've said it before, but Dust and I are going to be on the 2050 or 2060 Olympic team for bowls. Yep. So we do have 28 years to train for.
You're going to be dead.
I'll probably be dead, but that's okay.
I'll carry your memory forward.
Yeah. Thank you. We can have like some memorial trophy or
something.
So
I'm going to need a replacement. So someone else is going to have to step up and start training.
You've got 22 years to impress.
Yeah, that's it. Your time starts now.
Yeah, then you got 6 years to really kick it into gear. But
anything exciting happened on Sunday?
Sunday, bro, had a nice breakfast and then went out to Yoko Dining eventually.
Yummy.
And mate, great food, awesome place. I don't consider it a part of Felons. Yeah, it's definitely down on Howard Smith, but it was fucking sick. That yacht club boat went past.
Oh, that's a big boat, hey?
Yeah, bro. And then it was absolutely heaving, and I was like, I wonder what's on today.
Yeah.
And there was somewhat male strip show.
Yum.
It's like, fuck. Kate
Get me on there.
If I knew, I would have got us tickets. It's like, well, this is just a missed opportunity.
Happy birthday to me, I guess.
Yeah, it could have been hot and horny.
Yeah, exactly. Now we're just hot.
Yeah, now we're just hot. A little bit horny. But there's 2 things that made me really fucking cringe at Yoko.
From dinner,
It was really awkward. Like, I felt awkward being there for this. So these 2 people rocked up. It was like a British dude and some chick, and they've sat down next to these other 2 people, and there was like fairly attractive girl and her friend, both attractive, sitting next to him. This dude's like sat down and he's talking to the chick he came with, and he's just like, looked a bit, he had like frosted tips and shit, and just like a really shit haircut. Yeah, just looked a bit fucking, I don't know.
You're describing my Splendor hair, but sure, yeah.
No. You had blonde. You had
no
bleach,
tips,
blonde,
no tips,
no tips. It was full white, not even
the whole
blonde.
hog, not just a tip.
Yeah. But man, he starts chatting to these 2 chicks next to him, and they're having this mad convo by the look of things. And then the other girl is just sitting there on her phone. And I've literally been psychoanalyzing this whole situation for the last
as all good plumbers do. They psychoanalyze.
That's it. And I was like, holy fuck, like, because this dude got up and he's asked one of the waitresses where the toilet was. But then he was like, can you give me exact I didn't hear what he's like, can you please give me exact directions?
Yep.
He had this like smirk on his face.
Yeah.
Because it was like the toilets are inside, whatever. Yeah. But he's just like quickly scurried away and he just had this weird smirk on his face. And then it'd been like 15, 20 minutes and I was like, he's not back yet, Caitlin.
What's happening here? She's
like, oh my God, no. Do you reckon he's bailed? I was like, surely not. Like, that would be fucked.
Yeah.
Imagine coming to a date and then bailing like that.
Yeah.
45 minutes later at least. Still not back. Fuck. She wasn't eating any of the food either. There was half a beer left there. It was just like becoming so obvious.
That's so
we were
awkward.
like, fuck, is there like, because surely they would have ordered a bit more food rather than just like one bit of food each and a drink. So we're like, is there like a protocol for this?
Yeah.
Like if something like this happens at a nice place like this, do they just go fucking can it?
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah.
But
surely.
Yeah, the chick got up and went and paid and it was just
Did she eat the food?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I would do.
But it was so fucking awkward. And I felt so awkward for her and so shit for her. But obviously the dude's done a shit thing there.
Maybe he had explosive diarrhea though. But it sounds like he's done a shit thing.
That's it.
Can you imagine how awkward it would be though if you did have explosive diarrhea? Imagine first date and you're literally pissing out your arse. Like, this chick's going to think I've just stood her up.
Yeah.
Would you text her? Or?
Well, because we were there and we were like, she would be messaging him being like, hey, like, where are you? Where are you? Like, all this sort of shit.
But like, I don't know, for me, I'd almost rather the chick think I ghosted her and be an absolute dog than have to tell her that I'm actually pissing out.
Oh, no, dude. I was like, come have a listen, Dale. Come have a listen to the tidal waves.
Cubicle number 2.
Yeah, I've just lost 2 kilos.
You won't recognise me when I come back.
You thought I smelled bad now. Wait till you smell me.
I'll be skin
absolutely
and bone.
Fucked, bro. Yeah. But it was just such an awkward thing to like witness.
Yeah.
And then this other couple came and sat down next to us. I thought it was a first date, but it wasn't. But this chick was just not interested in anything that this guy was having to say. He rocks up and he's got like suit jacket, gold earrings in and shit. And the first thing he goes is just like, look, it is a great opportunity, but like it's a massive pay cut compared to what I'm on now. And just like all he could talk about was money, money, money. He's like, you know, like I'm doing well in uni, but like grades wise, like it's probably where it deserves to be because I've just put so much time and effort into work for the last 2 years. And the chick was just going,
sounds like a loser.
Cool. Yeah. And then he was like, Caitlin said this to me in the Uber, like, he said, yeah, now that I'm going to be on this much money, like we can't do nice things like this anymore. I was like, that is such a bad thing to say, particularly when you're smashing down on a fucking $60 sashimi. Yeah, but he was going on about how he was making $900 a week and then taking a huge pay cut to $500 because he's only working 3 days, but that's enough to live out of home. And, you know, like I'm a hectic saver and it's just going to be good for me and my career later. I was like, cunt, shut up.
Horrible like, company. Like obviously not Caitlin, but like other people.
We ended up, like, because we were sitting there for a little bit. We still had like 20 minutes left on the table. We'd finished. We were just chatting. And then Kate was like, do you want to
leave?
Go?
Yeah.
Like, fuck it, on.
Let's get out of
here.
We
were waiting for them to come over and be like, do you want the bill? But we were like, do we just get up and go?
Pay at the front.
Like, we'll just pay.
Yeah.
Fucked.
That is fucked.
But that was lovely. I had a great birthday weekend. The main thing I took away from it is that I can now resonate with the Facebook page, the 28-year-old male.
Yeah.
Which is fucking sick. Like, that's us now. So basically, I'm going to be going onto that page and psychoanalyzing it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be living my life like that for the next 12 months.
Yeah, respect.
Yeah, so I don't know what that entails. It's been a while since I've checked it out.
You got 364 days left or something?
Yeah, so I do.
22 overall years, obviously. But
Yeah. But when you put it in days, there's plenty of days left.
Exactly.
Not many years, but plenty of days. That's the main thing.
Not many years.
That's the way to look at it.
Exactly.
Tell you what, hours, shitloads.
Seconds, you fucking couldn't count them. You couldn't count them.
You couldn't count them. If someone could tell me how many seconds I have left, they'd be lying because another second's just fucking gone past.
You literally can't count them.
No, you can't.
I was going to try and think of a way to segue into this, and there was something we were talking about before, but I can't remember how I was going to do it. So let's just launch straight into it. Yep. But if you're listening to this, it will be what, the 23rd of Feb?
Yeah, mate.
Wednesday, the 23rd?
22nd.
22nd, there you go.
That's crazy.
We've always been good with dates.
Yeah.
So we've been hinting at it a little bit, but the following weekend, Friday the 3rd of March, probably not Friday because we won't get down there till late.
Yeah.
We are luckily being lucky enough to... How do I...
Mate, we have been given the opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, correct.
There we go.
That's what I'm trying to say.
We're fucking fortunate to go down.
Fortunate enough. Yeah. To head down to Melbourne for the weekend with Budgie Smuggler.
Yeah.
Which should be good for the Super Round, the Super Rugby Super Round.
Fucking
Amy Park.
Keen as fuck for it, mate. It's going to be a ripper weekend. For those of you who don't know what the Super Round is, shout out to the Australian Rugby Marketing Pigeon. Basically, all the teams from Super Rugby from New Zealand and Australia will be in Melbourne for the weekend.
Yep.
Which is fucking sick.
Yep.
If you've never seen a Kiwi team play rugby union,
get ready, bro.
Fucking get ready and have a look. It's fucking incredible. Even our Aussie boys at the moment are really stepping it up.
Yep.
It is a World Cup year, so there's a lot of shit
to
play
prove.
for.
Yeah.
Plenty to prove, man. Plenty to play for. Like, these cunts want to go over to France.
Yep.
You know, play for your country in a World Cup. So there's going to be some awesome footy on.
And Budgie have built a beach, so I hear, at Amy Park in Melbourne.
Which is so sick.
And we'll be there.
My first ever time to Melbourne.
Yes! Holy fuck! I didn't think about that.
Oh, dude, I've been thinking about it so much.
If you're not watching the YouTube, Clutzy literally just gave a little, fucking excited spasm.
Yeah, because now you cunts can't say anything about me not being in Melbourne.
And even more exciting news, we've actually got 2 double passes to give away.
Fucking oath we do.
To the weekend. We'll be down there, so you'll be seeing us for sure. Now, it's not flights or accommodation, so you've either got to be in Melbourne to win it or get yourself to Melbourne. We're going to be launching it today on our Facebook in the BBB Frothies group, and on Instagram we'll put a little question box thing up on the stories like we do, and we want to know who has had the most ordinary start to 2023.
Yeah, so ordinary could just be like you've just had an average old, you've had maybe you've had an ordinary old time.
Yeah, maybe not even bad. Just
not bad. It's just been
run of the mill.
What have you done? Oh, well, I went back to work.
Yeah.
And it's been 8 weeks.
Yep.
I'm still at work.
Still listening to this shit podcast.
Yeah, still listening to this. So we want to know who has had the most ordinary start
when
to
you
the
think
year.
about what is ordinary, think about Budgie Smuggler and everything that they everything that is Budgie Smuggler, the essence of Budgie Smuggler. Think about the ordinary competition.
Ordinary
the type
is
people.
extraordinary.
Exactly right. Get creative with it. Make it funny. We're going to be selecting the winners, so there's no real right or wrong answer. It's just probably just who can make us laugh the most.
Yeah,
really.
I reckon so. So we'll probably get together on Sunday or Monday next week.
Well, we'll be recording on Monday, so can we pick it on Monday? We'll read out some of the finalists on the episode and then announce it.
So pretty much you got till 5 p.m. Monday.
Yeah, pretty
Brisbane
much.
time.
Yeah, to enter.
That's when we come up here and sit, look at each other for an hour
before we start recording.
We should probably do it.
Yeah. But it'll be a fucking fun weekend. As we said, we're going to be there, so you'll definitely see us. And heaps of good footy. So, and I'm sure we'll find our way into a couple of beers.
Yeah,
somewhere along the line.
I think we get there Friday and we're heading off Sunday.
Our friend Drew Mitchell's going to be there.
Oh yes, we're keen to see my best friend Drew.
Yeah. Maybe my best friend BJ from Budgie's going to be there.
Yeah, your best friend BJ. Fucking oath. Oh, and then everyone's favourite son, Jimmy.
Yeah.
I love Jimmy. Yeah, fucking oath. So it's going to be a ripper weekend, guys. So make sure you check out our socials and get involved with that one. Looking forward to that in a big way. So,
absolutely. Now, Crafty of the Week. I think we forgot to do this last week.
Yeah, we did.
That's okay. We're back.
That's all right. We're back with Crafty of the Week. We've got an absolute banger of a beer this week.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what my first ever Black Ops beer was, but I can't remember.
Mine was a Hornet.
Mine might have been the pink sour one.
Oh,
remember that?
Yeah.
They don't make many bad beers, the blokes at Black Ops.
No, they don't. They make spectacular beers, and this is one of their best, actually, the East Coast Haze. It's a hazy pale ale, 4.5%, 1.3 standards. I love the can design on this as well.
Yeah.
Something that really stands out at the bottle shop.
Yep. These guys brew their beers down on the Gold Coast in Queensland. I was going to say Brisbane, it's not correct. And I feel like it just reminds me of being at the beach. Probably the colours.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Now, if you haven't had a hazy pale ale, I don't know too much about it, but my understanding is that the haziness in the beer sort of takes away the bitterness.
Yeah.
So you get some of those pale ales and IPAs and stuff, and they're really bitter. But then if it's hazy, it takes away that bitterness. And I actually really enjoy a hazy pale ale or a hazy IPA. And this one's really good because a lot of them are quite strong.
Yeah.
Like I think I love the Bolter Hazy. That's like 6, maybe 6.5%. Yeah. So like you have a few of them, it'd be on your ass. They're yummy, but they're just dangerous. Whereas this one, 4.5, that's 1.3 in a can. It's great. Exactly.
Like it's still classified as a heavy beer, but it's a bit more sessionable. One to really enjoy in the summer arvos as well.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
As you said, man, like down at the beach, have a couple of these. You're just chilling in the sand, fucking smacking a couple of these, watching the sunset. It doesn't get much better.
Get it nice and cold as well. It's absolutely delicious.
It's also good, like, say you're having your bloke as well, you have the lagers. It's nice to change them up a bit with the pale ale as well. If you're just looking for a little bit more of a meal, I suppose.
I was going to say, this would be perfect if you're going to dinner, having 2 or 3 nice beers. Give this a crack.
Boom.
As we always say, if you're out there getting a case of bloke this weekend, give it a try when you see it. Just grab a 4-pack. I reckon the way to go is get a mixed 4-pack.
Yeah.
Like get 4 different ones.
Yeah.
This one would be really good. Like it's not too, how would you say? It's not too like polarizing, not too crazy in terms of.
Yeah, like it's got enough flavour, but it's not going to absolutely smack you in the mouth with, and it doesn't give you a bad aftertaste.
Yeah.
Like I feel like there's a lot of ones out there. This one here, it's got mosaic hops in it. Now, I know fuck all about hop varieties, but all the pale ales I like have these mosaic hops.
There you go. I didn't even know that.
I think it gives like a bit more of a, there's like the citrusy tropical fruit sort of flavour to it. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the mosaic hop, but any beers that I have with a mosaic in it, they just seem to, like, it's just an easier drinking pale ale.
We should test that theory, like find one next time that's mosaic as well and see if we like it. I saw someone posted it in the Frothies group today actually, or over the weekend. It was like, when craft beer snobs review a beer, and it's like someone going in depth. It's like me when I review a craft beer, it was Borat going, it's nice. Yeah, it's nice. Which is basically what this beer is.
Yeah, pretty much what we've been doing for the last 3 years.
Yeah, so if you see this one, get around it. If there's any other beers you want us to review, maybe that we should ask that.
Yeah.
Suggest them. Send them through.
Suggest some craft tinnies for us to have so that you can also purchase from bottle shops when you're getting your bloke.
Yeah. Get around it. Crafty of the week, East Coast Haze from Black Ops.
Shout out.
Cheers. Before we wrap up, Josh, I reached out. We haven't done this in a while, in a few weeks.
No, we haven't.
What would Clutzy do? I feel like, you know, the frothies out there, they have their trials and tribulations, and sometimes they need to turn to someone like yourself to be able to provide some guidance through life. So we reached out on Instagram, and these were 3 of the hard-hitting questions which I thought you could answer.
Okay.
Let's get into the first one.
No, first time.
Sorry, helps if I don't have the mute button on my phone clicked.
Correct.
Cooper Kelly, long time listener, first time recorder, I guess. What would Clutzy do, right? So you're in the middle of the big blue, the big wet thing out there.
The ocean.
Massive storm going on, shit flying everywhere, boats, little boat rocking side to side. Fucking, you're at risk here. Alien ship shows up. Lights and shit flashing everywhere, and they can take you, but you're getting probed, and it's not a gentle probing. It's not quite the scene from Dictator either with the spiky things, but you know you're going to need to warm up for it. What are you doing, Klutz? So you're risking the big blue. You never know what's down there. Or you're doing some stretching for the big boys up there. Righto, blokes. Call your mates. Check in on them. Love the pod. Catch up.
Tough question.
Oh, well, I'm inspired from the foot fetish episode, so get Long John Silver up might do it, because I'm not staying in that fucking ocean.
Clutzy's getting stumped.
I'm getting stumped.
And he's not confused.
If the probing is a stumping, get it up there. Get it up there.
Don't be confused. When we say stumped, Clutzy isn't confused.
Yeah, no.
He's getting stumped.
No, I'm getting stumped. Shout out to Long John.
The ocean's just too terrifying.
No, the ocean is too terrifying.
As we just said, fucking 7-foot shark.
We're in just a couple of meters of water. Couldn't fucking see below us, but guess what? There's a 7-meter fucking shark.
Yeah, and we don't even know if it's a ray or a shark. It's like a mixture of both. It's fucking terrifying.
It was.
Did you get the hook out?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was all bent. But I'll tell you what, it might have been terrifying seeing it, but those little ray sharks, whatever they are, when you turn them upside down and see their mouth, they literally have a big smile.
Yeah.
Like they're fucking, I'm about to eat you.
Yeah, but just because it's smiling doesn't mean it's not terrifying. Like,
it's like
serial killers probably have wicked smile. Exactly.
Probably that cunt didn't stop smiling, but he also didn't stop killing. And that's what's going to happen in the ocean if you stay in that little rocking boat.
Yeah, especially in a storm. Fuck that. Hate those Melbourne players.
Yeah, no. Definitely not. Also, just a random thought I had because I started getting high pitched there. I don't know if you saw this the other day. Did you see it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Some bloke went to post in the Frothies group and was saying some shit about myself and the way I react to stuff on the podcast and used some not very nice words to describe it.
I didn't see it. I think you told me about it on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
So if you're listening, respectfully go and fuck yourself. And I'm sorry that I'm getting excited. And you don't have to listen to this, you piece of shit.
Wait till Clutzy gets to Melbourne. If you think you've seen excited.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
I wonder if we can get a tour through the Storm sheds.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
I might hit up
Cam Munster.
my friend Cam Munster.
Yeah.
Even though they won't be there that weekend.
Yeah. Oh, well.
That's all right. Maybe we can get old mate from Collingwood to take us for a Ginnivan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go through the toilets.
Yeah. I didn't know I was going to be getting filmed. Anyway, moving on. Second question.
Shock fucking horror.
Yeah.
Hey boys, how are we?
Good, thanks.
Well,
how
thanks,
are you?
mate.
That's fucking ripper, eh? So, what will Klutz do? I've got a fucking bachelor party coming up that I need to organise, do everything for, all that shit. Never had to do one before, need some advice. What would the big man do if he had to organise a bachelor party? Cheers, lads.
Dude, I'm so keen to do this one day.
Yeah.
So I haven't been on many Bucks parties.
Yep.
The 2 Bucks parties I've been on have been fucking awesome.
Yep.
And they're so, to me, it's very different to what I've heard of a lot of people doing. Mm-hmm. But it is still quite popular. First one was Trafford's Bucks.
Yep.
Down the Goldie, his cousin and mates organised this massive fuck-off house that slept like 20 of us.
So good.
Right on the water at Chevron Island. Mm-hmm. And it was right next to the bridge that went over to Surfers.
Yep.
And it was, I was like, oh yeah, we're going down to the coast. We're going to be going out and shit. I was like worried I'd have to save heaps of money and shit. I paid a couple of $100
for a
that was Friday, Saturday night accommodation, as well as all food, all drinks, and all entertainment because they worked out a budget for everything.
So good.
And we just locked in at the house for 3 days.
You don't need to go out.
You don't. But to me, like, don't fucking overdo it. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
If you're just going to rip in and fucking...
You just need heaps of piss.
You just need heaps of piss, probably a shit ton of bacon and eggs for the next morning.
Yeah, tomato sauce.
Little bit, maybe organised, I don't know.
Some relish, maybe?
Yeah, relish. Big fan. Tomato relish?
Yeah.
Get it in me,
yeah.
cunt. Maybe hit up grilled, see if you can get a couple of kilos.
Those little details that people wouldn't think about make the world of difference.
Yeah, exactly.
You're hung as fuck and someone hands you a dry fucking bacon and egg roll and you're like, oh, relish on that. You're like,
relish on that. You're like,
how you put this on there? That's so good.
I'm so respectful of you. But I think we're going to be doing it soon for one of our mates.
Matto, yeah.
Literally getting a house, doing a lock-in. You can get your entertainment and shit there.
I reckon if you're going to go out as well, don't go like clubbing. Like no one wants to go clubbing at the end of the night.
Yeah.
If you're going to go out, go at the start, go to the pub, have a few beers when there's like sport or racing on, and then go back to the house or something to get weird.
Heard his brother's one. We went to with someone near Noosa.
Yeah.
Went to the Noosa surf club for lunch.
Yeah.
To meet up with his old man and shit. And then we went back to the house.
Yeah.
And it was fucking awesome. You can sort of obviously be respectful, but do whatever the fuck you want in the house.
Yeah.
And yeah, also like I'm not a big fan of fucking like strippers and shit like that. So like, I don't know, get waitresses and stuff like that. It's whatever, it's a novelty.
Oyster.
That's it. But
the weirdest one I went to was they rented a shed instead of going to a venue, and we had like jelly wrestling pools and stuff. It was fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like proper insane.
Yeah, no,
I don't know if I'll ever experience a day like that ever again.
Yeah, no, that sounds fucked.
Yeah,
but
it was fucked.
Man, my biggest advice to that would be sometimes less is more. Book in a house.
Except for piss.
Yeah.
More is more.
Yeah, more is more for piss. So book in a house, lock in, and just fucking go for it.
That could be the worst fart you've ever done. That stinks
really
like shit. That is so bad.
Oh, cool.
2 weeks in a row. I'm glad the people are only listening and not smelling.
I reckon I've done worse.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That worse would literally kill a man. Anyway, third and final question.
Righto.
G'day, boys. How are we?
Good bar, you?
Yeah, look, not bad, thanks. I've got an issue that I need some assistance with. How do you go about getting a hoodie back off an old flame after you stop dating? Yeah, this isn't just any old hoodie. It's actually a Bunnings trade one. And was she out of my league? Yes. Would I like to use this as a means of sliding back into her DMs? Also, yes. So, I guess, what would Clutzy do? Also, Darcy, your feedback is muchly appreciated as well. Cheers, boys.
Thank you.
Get that fucking hoodie back.
Yeah, how are you going to do it, though? That's the question.
Hey, sorry, need this one for work. Can I please have my property back? You stealing son of a bitch. Probably not the best way to say
Probably
it.
not so eloquent.
Yeah, maybe not like that. I just feel like, hey, can I please have it back?
Please.
I really like it.
I'll be like, did I leave this at your house?
Yeah. Do you mind if you give
Kindly
this to
give
me,
it
please?
back to me.
Yeah.
Can make up some sub story. Like, I'm getting bullied at work.
Yeah.
And I need that back.
I wish I had the nuts to do this. A while back, this is fucking years ago, I picked up whatever. It was a rarity.
Oh, just like a one night.
Yeah, just a one night thing.
Yeah. I think you said like picked up a jumper.
No.
Where are we going? Yeah.
And the chick was like, I have work the next day. I was like, yeah, sweet. I'll drop you home in the morning before work. And she's like, oh, but I don't want to get back into like my clubbing clothes. I was like, yeah, sweet, whatever. Anyway, went to drop her home. It's probably one of my most embarrassing stories as well. But at the time, right? So I liked like my Cotton On started bringing out the NFL stuff.
Yeah.
So someone got me like a New York Giants shirt.
Yeah.
It was pretty fucking sick. I liked it. I don't go for the Giants, but it was a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Anyway, she wore that to bed, and then the next day, I went to drop her home, and I think I was about 20. Mum's like, no fucking way. Like, you're too
pissed from the night before.
And I was like, no, I'll be sweet. Mum's like, no, like, you got in late. I was like, yeah, okay, fair enough. That's actually quite reasonable. And I was like, oh, let's get Mum to drop you home. Jumped in the car. It was like, I was, at the time, I was like, oh, fuck, like, I'm pretty, like, I'm starting to come into my own here.
Yeah.
And yeah, realised that my mum was driving home my one night stand with me in the front seat. And then I just
Where did they live? Like, how far was it?
Bro, like, I'm in Ashgrove, right? Straight away from Eagle Farm. So it was a good 15, 20 minutes.
What was the conversation like in the car?
Oh, pretty stale. Mum was chatting away because she can, but afterwards she was just like, who was that? I'm like, I don't know, dude. Long story. But yeah, that was pretty shit.
Did you ever talk to that person ever again?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to get the shirt back, so I kept talking. I remember they were at the Normanby one night, actually. And I offered to pick them up because my thought was...
Drop them home, get the shirt.
Drop them home, get the shirt. And I think at one point I might have waited for 45 minutes, and then I was like...
This ain't happening. Like old mate.
Like
the chick.
I did a Yoko and waited for 45 minutes and then went, oh, well, this is fucked.
Yeah.
So, never saw that shirt again.
R.I.P. So you're probably not in a good position to be giving advice on how to get shirts
well,
back.
Captain Hindsight's come along and said just fucking message him and be like, gimme. Maybe you need to get your shit back.
Maybe get your mum to message him. That'd be...
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
Awkward. And maybe get the job done.
Yeah, possibly. But, shout out to Mum.
Shout out.
She's
the same.
Mate, she's been in fine form recently. Good on her.
Good on her.
Saw her on Sunday. Good chats.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
always good chats.
She's unreal.
Yeah.
She actually, my cousin called her up the other day. Was like, do you reckon Josh wants to learn how to drive a tipper? It's automatic on Sunday. Mum was like, probably not. It's his birthday.
Yeah.
What do you need done? He's like, well, I've got to move dirt from the top of a hill down to a dam so I can repair it. And I need someone in the tipper so they can just. Because I don't think it's a very old tipper on a farm. Don't know if the brake's too good.
Yeah.
So I think someone needs to be in there the whole time, so he couldn't just load it and jump in.
Yeah, sure. Probably safe.
And Mum was like, "Oh, I'll come learn." And then spoke to Dad and was like, "Oh, I think I'm going to go learn how to drive a tipper down the mountain so I can." He goes, "I'll go over."
Do not do that. Yeah.
So Dad got stitched up for going to the farm yesterday to
drive a tipper.
Drive a tipper, and I asked it. He called me yesterday actually. I was like, "Oh, how'd the stuff at the farm go?" He goes, "Yeah, good. We smashed it out." And I was like, "Oh, Mum said she was going to do it." And he's like, "Yeah, she would have died." I was like, "Fucking hell!" It's like, that's showing good faith in Nettie.
Glad you went out then, Dad. Yeah. Fucking Jesus.
He's like, "Oh no," he's like, "She probably wouldn't have been able to get up in the truck because it's so fucking tall as well."
Yeah.
And then she would have
died.
Just probably gone off the edge of a cliff, which wouldn't have been good for my birthday.
Absolutely
not. Shout out to Dads for doing the damn
thing.
Yeah,
shout out to Annette.
Shout out to Mum for trying.
Driving you back to Eagle Farm that day. What was the drive to this person's house worse, or the drive home when it was just you and your mum? What was worse?
Probably the drive home because, well, you know my mum. She's fucking
very inquisitive.
Yeah, it's like I'm currently battling
the
stage 3 head noise.
The worst level of head noise.
And you're not helping. Like a stage 4 clinger.
Yeah, you're not helping, Mum.
Not good.
Please be quiet.
No,
I need orange Powerade and some KFC.
Yeah, fuck. Oh, that would have been so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that wasn't my finest day. But look where we
look
are
back
now.
and laugh. Exactly.
Exactly.
All right, let's fucking get out of here.
Yeah, sounds good.
See you next week. No, see you tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, see you tomorrow. Today's Monday, but it's technically Wednesday for you.
Yeah.
Which means tomorrow's Thursday.
And there's a sports show coming out tomorrow.
There's a sports show.
Bye-bye.
Catch ya.